Let me pause this really quick. It is currently right now 9:32 a.m. as you can see here. It's currently 9:33 a.m. Friday, November 15, 2024. And what I want to show you is a supernatural. This is the same Starbucks that I was located at 9:52 in the morning. As you'll recall the documentation, and while I'm here, we'll just go through that really quickly. 9:24 a.m. while I remained stationary at Lark Ellen Avenue before I ever arrived here, and this was the supernatural ability for the sun to both remain stationary over one address and then also be dynamic and remain exclusively above me as I traveled back and forth to the same address, using Starbucks in Pomona as an example of understanding and recognizing and prosecuting federal group stalking and monitoring. This is the video that I captured at 7:50 in the morning, not this one. Let me go back. Just give me 1 second and get the video where I am capturing 9:52 in the morning. And yeah, this is the video where I'm at Starbucks already at 9. Wow, that's some light activity. If you haven't seen these videos already, it's some spectacular evidence that I captured of group stalking at this Starbucks. Which represents the people of the state. This spectacular group stalking that I captured on video, it's evidence against the state of California, but it happened to occur right here at Starbucks in Pomona, California. I am currently looking for this video right here. Hold on. Oopsie. 10:19. $7:41. As you can see, there's a wealth of evidence of group stalking. It's all going on the record, and all of this is available for public view on the Google Drive. I save everything to the Google Drive because it's public information what the state of California is engaging in criminally, and the entity that's group stalking has no private information. They like to try to masquerade as being a private citizen while they're engaging in a corporate criminal act on behalf of an entity. You're in the shoes of the entity. You don't have any privacy. So I will expose your social security number, everything that I have about you, in order to prosecute you while you're trying to murder and kidnap me with the state. And that's how that's going to work with regard to the ways that I've documented the state and all the ways in which the entity is keeping me under surveillance and threatening my life. 1 second while I go through my documentation real quick. And then as opposed to you enforcing your rights and protecting your rights, and the entity is one, and the entity doesn't have any private information. It's the entity, it's the government, it's public, it's a public entity. Literally, it's in the title, okay? But the entity tries to abuse that. So, and that's something that will be known with regard to an ordinary American citizen, ordinary target individual that is seeking to enforce their rights, okay? Violating the privacy rights of an American citizen versus enforcing your rights to document the entity, those are two different things right now, because with the exposure of federal group stalking and monitoring, it's revealing, first of all, what is an illusion, what is actually non-existent regarding our so-called constitutional right to privacy, because the prosecution of the state of California is exposing how the state is monitoring, documenting, keeping American citizens under surveillance, and so that's changing the whole landscape within so-called privacy. All right, so this is 9:24 a.m. I started this video before 9:24, and I wanted to capture. It is currently 9:33, but I am still en route to this venue. As I arrived on this day, I'm documenting. The fake sun is from 9:24 to 9:27. I'm capturing video, and this is where the fake sun is stationary at Lark Ellen Avenue. You can see it directly above me. All right, while I'm capturing video of it, this is in West Covina. The light source is remaining stationary over me. And while I'm en route to where I'm at right now, the fake sun is both stationary up above. The video you see directly above at the top of the screen. It's stationary over me as I move my vehicle from West Covina toward Pomona, California. But yet I'm here at an earlier time. It's 9:36 in the morning, and the fake sun is remaining as I document on my podcast. 9:18 a.m. I'm here. I'm documenting criminal facilitation. A demon has their hazard lights on. I documented all these license plates already. And this is the scientific phenomenon. First of all, that's not the sun. That would be over Lark Ellen Avenue. Let's start there. Number one, the evidence is speaking to the light source daylight savings time or not, it's stationary remaining. Let's just keep it at Alvarado Gardens in Los Angeles. There's a wealth of evidence that's published on YouTube that you can look at right now today. And you can see the entity that is stalking me by helicopters. That's the group stalking system that the government is engaging in, and I'm exposing the people of the state who are group stalking with that government. All right, the group stalking by helicopter is a hallmark, which, by the way, the Pomona Police Department did at this Starbucks, where I documented the fake sun. And the purpose of this video is to show you what is stationary remaining over me while I'm still in West Covina. This is what you see at the top of the screen. And what you see at the bottom of the screen is while I am not at Lark Ellen, I have already traveled at an earlier time, and I did the same thing at a later time, and this is yet another day. While I am at the venue, it is currently 9:38 a.m. I am en route to Starbucks, and yet the fake sun is documented here. It's already here. And where is it? It's here over me, where I am. So in other words, if I arrive at Starbucks at 7 o'clock in the morning, the fake sun is going to be over me at 7 o'clock in the morning. Even though I'm documenting it, it's already arriving here and staying here as a matter of record 9:24 to 4:22 p.m. This is what I want to show. So this is where we're starting. First of all, this is not the sun that you see at the top. I'm in West Covina. The West Covina Police Department is group stalking, Exhibit A, with the people of the state. The same people of the state that are group stalking at Starbucks. These are the ones that West Covina Police Department are relying on to look like you're engaging in some function of your execution of your duty, and it's not persuasive. All right, these demons have provided a wealth of evidence against themselves. The people of the state are group stalking with the government, who is maintaining a criminal system of surveillance, and it's group stalking, not only stalking you from place to place, surveillance where you remain, but also surveillance on the internet and on communication devices. And that's what's underway right now at the Pomona Starbucks and everywhere else in relevant position. Okay, the entity is engaging in this pattern of conduct as one. While I'm en route from West Covina, I document the pattern of conduct that I'm subject to, and this is also the evidence of it, because how do you have the sun that's stationary here already, and you can see up above before on a different day, before I'm even there, it's already here planted in Pomona over me at this Starbucks. This is impossible. In addition to this, I just wanted to show you that. Pay attention, everything you hear in the background, these demons are monitoring. This is Title 18 federal stalking, and they are acting with impunity while they do so, okay? You hear the horn honking, they do so as I navigate on my phone. That's the federal stalking conduct, and this is the entity that's group stalking together inside of Starbucks while they get driving through. Let's see that again. Okay, let's get that again. Okay, that's what they're doing under a fake sun. By the way, that's not sunlight, and that's why group stalkers, exactly what I'm documenting, the people of the state that are at Starbucks that you hear right now creating audible activity while they know what I'm doing on my phone. That's called Title 18 federal stalking, and it's demonic activity. It's also terrorism while they're gang stalking you in person. All right, but I want to be clear. Let me go ahead and keep it at the same position. Let me put this at the top. This is what I previously documented. The purpose of this video is to show you not only is this the fake sun that wasn't even here at this time as I arrived here at an earlier time, 9:24. I arrived here earlier today at approximately 9:17, 9:18 a.m. And that's on the podcast. I'm documenting it. And I'm taking images. I'm here conclusively as a matter of evidence. And I am remaining here as I am showing you the video where I'm remaining stationary in what is West Covina, and then I drive and the fake sun remains over me as I drive street for street, turn for turn, the entire route here. What I want to show also is the fake sun that's here, and it's an impossible occurrence. It is literally identifying who is group stalking. Well, where am I at? And where is the fake sun, that which is not the natural environment, the demonic imitation of the natural environment, the impossible light activity that's appearing on the floor outside, and you saw the impossible light activity that fills the inside. So the sun, the so-called sun, that's not even the real thing, a direct ornament in the sky that's showing you everybody is group stalking. Engineer light bounces off the windows outside flat onto the ground. Engineer light sweeping on the inside of the venue. You also saw my upright shadow on the walls inside of that venue. Demons coming out of the drive-thru and engineer light sweeping into that venue. All manner of domestic terrorism by demons who are group stalking, and that's going to be prosecuted as domestic terrorism. This is group stalking because presence in this engineer light is how group stalking, criminal surveillance is underway. It's how it's accomplished. That's the significance of it. All right. I want to show you now video with regard to this, also a phenomenon, the duration of time analysis. And the entity is keeping a fake sun, as I documented, 3:30, 3:50. I documented at 12:40 in the afternoon, where the entity is keeping the fake sun over me at Courtyard by Marriott in Hesperia, California. This is all what I've already discussed very heavily. I'm going to go to, because I'm at, 9 minutes already. Let me just go ahead and, because these videos are published on YouTube, you can look at them yourself. I'm doing a screen recording in order to juxtapose what is a scientific impossibility as well. And when I leave, I want you to see what is Highway Patrol. Sean Dervey knows exactly. That's the commissioner over this demon-possessed department that's gang stalking under the fake sun. And Sean Dervey is the commissioner over this corrupt department. And this is federal prison. And this is the failure to be a distraction, by the way. Not only are you incriminating Sean Dervey, who was unfit to maintain the position that he holds as the commissioner over the corrupt state police, who are group stalking, and Sean Dervey has been placed by the governor, Newsom himself. Okay, do not be deceived. Newsom knows exactly what this corrupt department is engaging in, and they're group stalking with the Pomona police and the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department. 1633494, that's federal prison, with the intent to obstruct justice. Okay, this is P.O.C. And then we're going to get to the video at 422. This demon's going to federal prison. They do this on purpose. Remember the fake sun engineer light. They're going to federal prison. And crossing path, that's federal prison. I documented everybody here. They're group stalking with law enforcement. They failed to be a distraction. They're putting themselves in federal prison. 36836Y3. You know what Starbucks is doing. They're doing it now with law enforcement in your face. This is the intolerable threat. Alrighty, that's going to federal prison. Okay, that's POC. Alrighty, this is the fake sun that's still here at 422. This lets you know what California Highway Patrol is and what they're doing. That's a demon representing a corrupt law enforcement agency. That's a terrorist organization that is listening to everything that I say, understand everything that they decided to do. You've seen the impossible light while you open and close the door. That's a sex offender. That's monitoring. And arrives bearing weapons, representing a corrupt terrorist organization, and he's going to federal prison, and the demons that are working at Starbucks are going to federal prison. Gabby, to name one of them. This is a failure to be a distraction. I have everybody's license plate on the record right now. That's federal prison right there. You're understanding how the bullying system operates. They do the same thing with the police. They do the same thing with the police confronting you, making false allegations against you, harassing you in order to then kidnap you, okay? That's why they're going to federal prison. I'm glad that you witnessed this on video, because this is while they're monitoring the evidence. License plate 5MXY342, and this is impunity. They don't care about going to federal prison because they're going. This is federal prison. You got a lot of people that are going to federal prison now, including Sean Dervey. He's going to lose his position as the commissioner over a corrupt state police department, and he knows exactly what these demons of the California Highway Patrol are engaged in. He knows exactly, and so does Gavin Newsom. Okay, he knows these demons are in position. They are over these corrupt departments. They've been engaged in this criminal system for decades. They are not ignorant, nor can you reasonably contend that you are ignorant about a very specific and unique criminal pattern of conduct that is designed to obstruct justice in the way that you just saw them fail. That's supposed to suppress you. That's supposed to intimidate you. That's supposed to psychologically torture you. That's supposed to shut you up. That's a threat. While you are bearing guns, you go to federal prison for bearing weapons while you're group stalking. All right, license plate 9ESJ002, that's a demon that's pacing. And let's get back to this, because California Highway Patrol, which is representing every other terrorist organization in California, is gang stalking under the phenomenon of a fake sun, which is evidence against every single last person that foolishly put themselves on my camera in concert with California Highway Patrol. Okay, the most dangerous demons are the most inept as well. That's what the evidence shows. This is the light source that is remaining. Let me show you so you can get the most powerful image. All right, this is 4:22 p.m. All right, this is the light source that is over me. It's currently 9:46 a.m. There is no natural environment. That includes the light source that is still 9, let's count together, 10, 11, 12, 1, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 7 hours from now, where California Highway Patrol is group stalking with the domestic terrorist Starbucks. Understand what you're looking at. The state is group stalking directly, CHP, the entity is group stalking indirectly, vicariously, through the people of the state, Starbucks, and everybody shopping and sitting engaged in surveillance at Starbucks under a fake sun that's remaining at this venue. Just like you saw them in engineer light directly above. This is at 4:22 in the afternoon. This is the fake sun here. Hours later, it's at 4:22 in alignment to where I was sitting at this window right here. That's not the natural environment. And these demons were, just like they are now, engaging in ongoing harassment. There are sex offenders engaging in bathroom monitoring. And this is not the sun that would be at the same exact location hours from now. And let's count again. It is 9 in the morning. It's 9:47, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 7 hours later. Mere negligible movement to another side of the same parking lot at the same venue. That's not the natural environment, ladies and gentlemen. And Sean Dervey is being prosecuted while you see demons from the department that he's the commissioner over arriving with an intent to obstruct justice, because they know exactly what it is that I'm documenting. There is no natural environment where there would ever be a sun in Los Angeles over Alvarado Gardens or over me in Las Vegas, Nevada, daylight savings time or not, as I documented at 7:49 in the morning and again at 12:08 p.m. upon my checking out of Courtyard by Marriott in Las Las Vegas, or over me in Orange County at the Best Western, all right, in Costa Mesa, California, as I'm documenting at 9, 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, and again during the 4 p.m. hour, daylight savings time or not. There is no natural environment that includes that. This fake sun remains here. This is not the natural environment as you're learning. Satan is listening to what I'm stating, and this demonic imitator of what God has created is engaging what is covering up this light source. And I want to be clear, it's directly exposing what is wrong with Sean Dervey. Sean Dervey is engaging in and is a proponent for domestic terrorism, while his little minions are bearing weapons, gang stalking in Pomona, California, and an epic fail that the world is going to witness trying to obstruct justice, arriving to group stalk directly, which is the routine pattern of conduct by the corrupt terrorist organizations group stalking in California. This is how the Ontario police engage in a pattern of kidnapping. License 7HLL282 federal prison. You know what they're doing. Impossible light sweeping through. So let's remind you what CHP is in here participating in. Okay, before you, as you recall, what is the supernatural occurrence of a fake sun staying at one address all day long? Let's recall what the demons inside of Starbucks are doing while CHP arrives to communicate a threat expressly and impliedly, bearing weapons. That's intolerable. This is, again, evidence that is removing what is Sean Dervey. He's corrupt. This public corruption is happening on his watch, and he's not ignorant about it, and you will be held accountable for it while it's happening under your dangerous and corrupt leadership. That which Gavin Newsom also cannot reasonably contend that you are ignorant about, sir. All right? You are engaging in this criminal pattern of conduct by virtue of placing these demons in these strategic positions so that this criminal system can flourish under your watch. All right? This is, again, the pattern of conduct that's underway at Pomona Starbucks. And inside, let's take another look at that impossible light activity. Yeah, sweeping through while demons are just driving through the drive-through. Just driving through the drive-through, and this is captured at 10:22 in the morning. So never mind the fact that the fake sun's covered up right now, because you know exactly where it was on this day at 10:22. It didn't go anywhere. So that's why you document Satan, because Satan is a liar. Okay? This is not the natural environment. There will never be a natural environment that consists of the sun being here in the morning and 7 hours later it's still here in perfect alignment with where I'm sitting. That's the pattern of conduct that the California Highway Patrol just demonstrated that they are directly engaging in, knowledgeable, with the intent to obstruct justice as you expose it and prosecute it. All right, that they're fully aware of that, okay? And who does it point to? The demon that's in position of leadership over those minions. And that's Sean Dervey. And who put Sean Dervey in that position? Newsom himself, okay? So you need to understand what is underway in this terrorism that's underway. This directed light is a direct threat. They're monitoring the bathrooms. You need to know that CHP are full of sex offenders. They're engaged in criminal obstruction of justice. That's what you witness right now. That was a direct attempt to try to intimidate somebody. That's documenting the criminal system that Starbucks is underway. That Starbucks is engaging in with the people of the state. Starbucks represents a commercial means of the people of the state group stalking. Where's the fake sun at 12:48 in the afternoon? Oh, it's still here. It's still here. Don't be deceived by the fact that it's covered up by the sky, because I'm capturing damning video right now. As you see the wealth of my video documentation, this happens a lot. Okay? And this is where the entity, the short-sighted demons who are group stalking, providing this body of evidence against themselves, and then you recall you run the tape back, and then they want to run and hide like the fake sun. Okay? But this is why you document. All right, this is the fake sun that's remaining over the Starbucks. And this is where an entity is terrorizing me inside of the Starbucks with impossible. There's my shadow on the ground. There's the fake sun outside of this same window. All right, like it was at 9:52 in the morning. And as I'm here arriving earlier than that, it's here over me earlier than that, which is not the natural environment ever. And it remains for 7 hours. And while I'm documenting this, the entity is terrorizing inside of the venue with methods of engineered light while they're engaging in harassment, group stalking together, stalking with noise, stalking with light, because they're hostile to what they know that I'm documenting on my communicate. There's my shadow at a distance. That's demonic. And it's impossible light activity. That's what they're doing, group stalking here. All right, you hear the horn blowing because this is what I did with my arm. These are all demons, and so is the demon inside CHP. Again, he's going to federal prison. Let's get that license plate. 7UZP995, 9MKB235, group stalking with the corrupt law enforcement agencies, federal prison. Understand that. Everybody working in there, federal prison, 1633494. That little midget bearing weapons, gang stalking with the state, an epic fail to silence an American citizen, but you're understanding what will inform federal legislation. You're understanding the basis for federal prison under all circumstances, Washington, BJX4244, I believe. While they're doing that conduct, that's where you saw the engineer light flying inside. This is P.O.C. This is P.O.C. All right, you need to understand that Sean Dervey is unfit and disqualified to maintain the position that he holds. This is uprooting this public corruption in the state of California. All right, it is currently, again, 9:52 a.m. This is the time where I arrived, and I'm at that front door, and the fake sun is right here above me, while the engineer light was sweeping inside and outside of the building. That's the pattern of conduct. You got a lot of people that are going to federal prison. Numerosity shall not be a bar to justice. This is POC.